Hi, my name is Marcel Lebrun. I'm the CEO of Radian6. Social media is just becoming another really multi-purpose communication channel. And when we talk about listening in social media, our customers are talking about brands, their needs, they're talking to each other, they're complaining, they're asking questions, and it's now become a very large medium with all these kinds of conversations taking place. So it's this huge opportunity for brands to be listening to what customers are saying about them, about their product needs, about their industry. And so really listening in social media is no different than listening to customers has always been, except that you now have this medium at your fingertips that you can actually hear the voice of the customer much more real-time, much more two-way nature than you could with other traditional mechanisms. With social, you now have the opportunity to listen much more broadly. So I call it like expanding your field of listening. Now we can listen to not only conversations about our product and things that companies like or dislike, but we can also listen to conversations about our industry. So if we're a brand that addresses a need, a pain, we can listen to conversations about that very need, and you can very much in real time hear how the issues are rising and falling and how the kind of shifting interest of that community is being expressed online. So when a brand actually decides that rather than forcing customers to line up for us, we choose to line up for our customers and meet them wherever they are and wherever they express their question or their issues, it's still a surprise. Customers are surprised, and it's well received and it's remarkable. The other thing is that for many, many years, the traditional push interruption-based marketing mechanisms have built up these roles and these processes and organizations that are really well established, and as a general rule, we as companies talk more than we listen. And so listening, where a brand really feels like, hey, they actually heard what I had to say, they wanted to understand more, they responded, is very much a remarkable thing. And of course it builds relationships, it builds advocacy, and advocacy is really the lifeblood of a brand, because that's what people trust. They trust what other people have to say about their experience with that company and experience with that product. So it's a huge competitive advantage. The first thing is you need leadership to set the tone in terms of, as a company, we want to be a listening brand. We want to be a company that engages. We want to be a company that listens. A number of the ingredients that are important, first of all, you need technology, you need a good listening platform, which is what we do at Radian6 to help identify all the conversations, to help scale the listening out throughout the whole organization. You also need some training so that employees are trained with respect to the medium itself, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate in terms of responding, in terms of engaging with customers. And then you need processes. You need to, just like you do with your call center or with other other processes in the organization, whether it's sales, whether it's product research, whether it's marketing, you need to look at all those processes and say, how does social change the way we do things? Your brand is now the sum of conversations about it. So if you can take now the voice of the customer and tear down this field, this wall that we built up through the era of mass marketing, and get the voice of the customer closer to every employee, every decision maker, the people guiding the product, the people responding to customers, the people interacting and managing those accounts, the executives in the organization, everybody in the enterprise hearing the voice of the customer closer, then you transform the business.